Let's get into it. I was once asked to help out at a job where there was some wet drywall. There was obviously water coming from somewhere, and I had to peel open the wall, peel open the drywall, and inside I found this pipe that was just spraying water out constantly and probably for weeks. And the water was running down and it was rotting the floor and it was getting underneath and it was just a huge mess. But on the surface, there really wasn't much to see except you could see a little bit of wetness on the drywall. See, a small leak behind a wall can look really harmless for a long time because the room seems fine and the paint for the most part looks fine, but inside the wall there's this damage that's spreading. There's wood that's getting soft. There's mold and toxins that are growing, and rot is expanding. And what started small can become not only expensive but also dangerous. And the real danger, is that it wasn't loud. The danger is that it was hidden. Proverbs 21 to 22 in chapter 5. For man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. This passage is still dealing with temptation, especially here, sexual temptation. But the wisdom here reaches into every kind of hidden corner of life. And the father, again, ironically, Solomon probably is warning his son that secret sin is not really secret. Even if other people around you don't see it, a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord. It should sober us. God sees what no one else sees. He sees the deleted browser history, the private conversations, the bitterness that we keep feeding, the lust, the temptation, the compromise, maybe the things that we keep explaining away, and the patterns that we are hiding. This is not only a warning about being exposed, it's also a warning about reality, because hidden sin changes us even when no one else knows about it. Verse 22 here says, the iniquities of the wicked ensnare him. It's a word picture that sin doesn't just sit there. It traps. It kind of wraps around like a boa constrictor, tightening all the time. And the person thinks they're using sin, managing sin, maybe controlling sin, but over time, sin starts to control them. That's why hidden sin costs more than we think. It can cost peace, honesty, costs intimacy and fellowship with God. It costs clarity, even just the ability to be fully present with people that you love. And eventually, it can also definitely cost trust. One of the lies of temptation is that sort of secrecy keeps sin contained, hidden, under control. But Proverbs says the opposite, that secrecy gives sin room to grow, to rot, and to mold. And this is why confession is such a gift. Confession isn't just pretending the leak isn't there. It's opening the wall before the whole house is damaged, and it's bringing what's hidden into the light so that it can be fixed. And the good news is the gospel doesn't call us into the light so that God can crush us. Jesus brings us into the light so that he can heal us, fix it, forgive us, free us. Listen, God already sees it. It means you don't have to keep performing. You don't have to keep hiding. You don't have to wait until sin has wrapped itself around your life so tightly that you can't breathe. Hidden sin kind of always promises that it'll stay small. But wisdom here tells us something different, that it will cost more than you think. So today, don't make peace with the things that are pulling you away from God. Open the wall, bring it to the light, because there's mercy there. There's grace and forgiveness, and there's a way forward out of that trap where Jesus wants to walk you into life. Wherever you find yourself, God goes with you today.